Push the video.
On your best behavior. On your best behavior. On your best behavior. Need you to be. On your best behavior. On your best behavior. On your best behavior. Need you to be.
Hello, everyone. It is Myrrie Kay,
Hi, this is Kay Badude.
and we are here for our podcast, BOYBB, which stands for Be On Your Best Behavior. We are the co-owners of Best Care Behavior Homes, also owners of Best Care Consulting. So we are the best.
Okay. So we're going to start by telling you where we're from and how we got started in business. So you need to tell them that we're sisters.
We are sisters. Just say it.
We're sisters. So I like to start off that to tell you that I'm 13 of 14 siblings. She's 14 of 14 siblings.
And we're 4 years apart.
Yes, and so we're originally from. Well, I'm originally from Mississippi. That's where I was born.
Yeah.
But I was raised in Missouri, so Kansas City area, not St. Louis, but Kansas City. And Myrrie was born in Missouri.
Yeah, I was the one and only born in Kansas City, Missouri, which was the best thing to happen because I couldn't go through that Mississippi stuff.
No, so that's where we were originally from. We were raised PK children, so everybody know what PK is, preacher kids, and so we've always, I guess, been put out there to work and create things, and so that entrepreneur bug was, I guess, a seed planted in us, and so finally it came to fruition. So we started together in uniform. We did a uniform store in Kansas City, Missouri. We ended up building that uniform store to 3 stores. So we had a store located in Lawrence, Kansas, which is right over the border from Missouri. And then we had a store in Independence, Missouri, which was right across from the Independence Mall. And then we had a small booth-like store that was in Raytown off of 350 Highway. And the reason why I'm putting those addresses in there, so for all you folks that are from Missouri, the Kansas City area,
where they were.
that's right.
Yeah.
And that was us.
We were one store in 3 locations.
Yes. And so I'll let you do the other piece. So we built the store. We used to do mobile, go set up in facilities, and then we also had the stores. And so that increased our revenue. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll do the personal side because Kay always trying to stay business.
Yes.
So, like she said, 14 kids. We grew up pretty poor. Mom worked all the time. Dad was a welder and he was a preacher. So he was gone all the time. So, we was just trying to make it. Not on welfare, parents working, had all these kids trying to make it. So that's kind of how we grew up. So we grew up basically hustling. We always had little side hustles, selling candy, doing different things in school, always trying to make money. So then, like Kay said, we ended up doing a uniform store. Now, my part of that is I was in the mortgage industry. I was killing the game. Now, I worked for Indy Mac Bank, if any of you guys know that bank. And we ended up 2007 with the market crashing. I was like a loan processor, one of the top loan processors. I ended up losing my job. I got a severance pay because I had been there 5 years. Took the money because Kay was doing mobile uniform sales.
Yes.
So we took the money and invested it and ended up getting an actual brick and mortar location. So that's how we got started on that. Well, in the meantime of all of that, we both single parents. Kay, I think you had Terrell when you were 18, 19?
17.
17.
I was 17.
And I had my first son when I was 17. And so by the time we started the uniform store, Kay had 4 boys, and I had at that time 3. So we are no excuse people. We worked.
Yes.
As single moms, went to school full time. At one point, we were going to school together, and people thought we was the same person because she went in the daytime, I went in nighttime.
Yes.
And so they would see us and be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "I don't know you." And they thought we were, because we looked a lot alike back then.
Yes, with our relaxers.
Yeah, we had relaxers and glasses, so people thought we were the same person. But so that's the thing. I like to tell a lot of people we don't like excuses, because we did what we had to do. So being single moms, eventually we did both go on to get married. And that's another story, because there's always people out there that say, "Oh, if you got too many kids, nobody's gonna marry you." Kay had 4 boys. I had 5 kids. And we got married to men that didn't have kids.
21 years.
Yeah, so
it can 21 years
happen.
this year.
It can happen. Keep hope alive. Yeah. Power to the people. No.
So don't listen to naysayers. That's basically what she's saying.
Right. You just take care of your business, because we always had our own. Kay had a house. I had a house. We had cars. We did all that. We made our money. And then when it was time, God sent us the right man, and now we're married. She's been married 20 years. I've been married 13 years. So it can happen. But anyway, that's another podcast subject we'll go over. But yeah, so then we had the uniform store. We ended up selling the uniform store, closing it out. And then I had told Kay, it just came to me. It was like it was that winter of 2012, I believe. Yeah, 2012. And I was like, I'm not going to be here another winter. That was a really bad winter in Kansas City. And I was like, no more. So I came to Phoenix to visit my niece. We both came with our kids and our families.
Road trip.
Yeah, in May of 2000. No, that was 2012. So it must have been 2011. May of 2012, we came here. We stayed a week.
Yes.
Me and Hernandez, that's my husband. We looked around for just looking at houses in the market, stuff like that. Went back to Kansas City, and I told Hernandez, let's move. So we ended up moving that August, right after May. So took me a couple of months, found a house, found a realtor in Phoenix, took care of all that, and then we moved to Phoenix in August of 2013. So so that's how we made it here. And then me and Kay so close. I moved in August. She couldn't take it.
I came next June.
She moved in June. And just to let y'all know, my house, I moved 1 truckload. And I told my husband, I said, we taking beds, we taking clothes. And Kay sold the rest of the stuff in my house. So I just left my house because I knew I was done with Kansas City.
Yes. Change is good.
Yes.
Change is
Sometimes
good.
you just got to get up and go and just, worry about stuff later. And so that's one thing that we did. And my husband, he's a disabled vet. So he was free to move with me. And his therapist said, the sunshine will be good for you. So, so we moved here to Phoenix so we can have more sunshine. So anyway, so Kay comes. We end up starting a home health.
Yes, did a home health.
Her.
So we did a home health company, and I always like to tell people the difference. We did a skilled, not the home health where you just send caregivers in. I won't say just send, but you send caregivers. We did a skilled, so we provided registered nurses. Oh, I forgot to mention, I am a registered nurse. So we provided registered nurses. We just provided physical therapy, occupational therapy, dietitian, social worker. So this was the skill. So we did that for about 2.5 years. And we decided that we didn't want to do that no more. So we put the home health business up for sale. And as of January of 2020, we sold the home health business. And then, when did we start?
We started
October.
the behavioral health in March.
Yeah.
We actually started by setting up the business in March of 2017. We didn't get our first client until December of 2017.
Yeah. So it's almost like what I tell young people: don't quit a job before you get another job. So
Right.
we didn't try to get rid of our home health business until we figured out another business. Yeah. And so we had the behavioral health being started while we were in the process of transitioning and selling the home health.
Right. And in the meantime, I did have a job here in Phoenix. I was working as a merchant services sales rep for Wells Fargo. I hope I don't get no boos for that, because people got some love. But hey, I wasn't doing anything wrong, so. but I worked during the day in sales, and I hated that job. I would tell y'all, I hated that job, and I worked that job for a year and 8 months, and I got my bonuses, and I put my bonuses toward my business. And when it was time to go, I let them know, because they knew. I was like, I'm working on other things. I'm not going to be here. So I was upfront with them. And when it was time for me to leave in August, I gave my notice, and I worked up to my last day. And then I stepped into my own business. And Kay knows I would work all day, and then I would go in to the home, and I would work all night. So sometimes I was running off 2 to 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So I tell y'all, and still had kids and a husband at home, where they were coming to the house, the group home, to visit with me.
Because she wasn't at home.
Because I wasn't at home.
Me either,
but I did what I had to do.
Yes. So right now, I feel like our hard work and our effort is starting to pay off.
Yes.
What do you want to add into that? It's starting to pay off?
It's starting to pay off, because now we're to the point now where we have a successful behavioral health organization. Right now we had 7 homes. We went ahead and closed out 1, so we have a total of 6 locations for our behavioral health organization. We have our office set up. And then we can also do our consulting, where we're helping other people set up their group homes, which takes us all over the United States. We're also doing our seminars to share with other people. And then we have things in the works, like a book, ebooks, online training, things like that.
Yes.
So we've set up our business to the point where we can do other things that we're, passionate about.
Yes.
And still earn an income.
So
and we don't actually work
in the houses
in our houses anymore. And we have a clinical manager that runs the business and things like that. So we basically hired our boss, in a sense. That's what we
And
say.
she's a good boss.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so that is a small snippet of how we got started, where we're progressing to, how we're scaling our business this year. That's what we're working on, is scaling our business. We have targets and goals that we're trying to meet in 2020, and so that's what we're working on right now. So Myrrie was telling you everything that we have going on. We do have a lot. You know how they say 7 streams of income? We may be hitting about 9.
We're trying to have 10.
Yeah. And it's not all about the money, because I will tell you, my base salary that I get from the company, I get owner's draws, but my base salary is not what I was making as a registered nurse that was in management, but my time freedom. I love it. Or if I want to jump on a plane and go wherever I want to go, I love that piece. And then I love being able to share with other people and trying to get them to build and to scale their business and educate them on accounting, on strategic plans, things of that nature. So we have time for that.
Right, because that's something we enjoy, is sharing with others. When we see people that have the, I guess, the passion and the will to do like we do want to help them.
Yes.
But we don't want to help lazy people. Because you end up doing the work for them.
or procrastinators.
Yeah.
You can't work with us if you're procrastinator, because we keep it moving.
We don't let the grass grow under our feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got to be ready to roll, because you understand why we move like we move, because it'll pay off quicker instead of it taking forever or longer.
Right. So we just kind of wanted to share, where we're coming from, kind of give you a snippet of things we're doing, where we're going, and then basically just put it out there that we will be doing this podcast once a week. Look, I'm throwing that out there again.
She's trying to hold me accountable.
Once a week. So, because we want to share topics. A lot of people hit us up in our DMs and things like that. And we think it'll just be convenient to have, a video where you can follow our videos.
Yes.
And be able to see what's going on. Because we'll share with you things that happen in our everyday, business, as far as behavioral health and also consulting, and our everyday lives. Because, like we said, we are mothers, we are wives. Kay has 7 kids.
My goodness.
She has 7.
I have 7 children. She got rid of one of my children.
And I have 6 kids and 6 grandkids. So I can share all kinds of stuff about kids. Look, like my grandson that's here with me today, that you see my office is white. He took a pen and wrote all over my chairs. I can share things like that and how I handle that. Nah,
So basically, we hope that our podcast will not only help you, but also educate you how to do a business, how to maneuver between and manage, or
life and business.
Yeah, life and business. Because your partner has to be, not your partner or your husband, whatever you want to call it, or your kids,
if you're a single
have to be good with it.
Yeah, you have to be able to, and I don't like to say juggle. You just have to be able to maneuver through life. And I don't like separating life and business, because, in my life, my kids get upset with me because I basically treat my household like a business. And they be like, Mom, why are you always talking about business? Because life is business. So just showing you how we maneuver, and maybe something that we say or do can help you and assist you in life.
Yeah.
So we absolutely want you to come back and view on a weekly basis, and then also share, because you never know who out there needs to hear.
That's right. You can ask us questions. We'll answer them. If we can't answer them, we'll probably just say we can't answer that. Like I did. But we keep it real.
That's right. So, like we said, the name of our podcast is BOYBB, which is be on your best behavior. Kind of like because we're best care.
My name is Kay.
And my name is Myrrie. And we hope you come back and view our podcast on a weekly basis. Until then, be a blessing to someone else.
Bye.